Hello, good day, welcome in, greetings, happy Tuesday. Good day, welcome in, welcome back. If you can hear me okay, would you mind clicking the screen a couple times so I know that the microphone is working on your side? How's the music? Where are you tuning in from? We're going to be doing Tarot Tuesday today. 12 readings for all 12 houses. We'll begin with Aries, house number 1. Then we'll make our way to Pisces, house number 12. 12 readings for the collective this evening. We do this every Tuesday. Greetings, Millie. Happy Tuesday. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We're just now turning on, tuning in. Welcome, good day, salutations. We'll begin with Tarot Tuesday in a moment. Hi. What are y'all grateful for today? Where are you tuning in from? How's my music in the background? Is it too loud? Yeah, thanks for that. Welcome in, Permaculture. It's been a little bit. Hope life is well. Much love indeed, brother, as well. A very mellow Tuesday over here on this side. We'll begin with Tarot Tuesday in just a moment, where we read general readings for all 12 astrology houses, starting with house number 1, Aries. We'll make our way all the way to Pisces, house number 12. Knowing that we all have all 12 houses within our star charts. Super stoked to get started. Cheers. Likewise, Chris. It's been a bit. Welcome in, everybody. If you've been here before, or if you've been here, if it's your first time, welcome in, welcome back. My name is Gavin Zen. We'll be playing with the cards today. We'll be reading for the collective. This is Tarot Tuesday. We do this about every Tuesday, where we read 12 general readings for all 12 houses of the Zodiac. Welcome in, Finnegan. Good to see everybody. Salutations. Where are y'all tuning in from? Where are you grateful for today? I'm ready to get started tonight. I'm just shuffling these cards, keeping this energy moving. We're not answering any questions with the cards today. We're going to be doing general readings for the collective. Beginning with house number 1, Aries. Do I have any Aries in the room? Currently, any Aries suns, moons, ascendants, wherever you have a Mars placement. House number 1 is about the identity, the ego, the sense of self, not necessarily the ego, embodied, the most of the spark of the ego, new beginnings. Yes. Aries, house number 1, ruled by Mars. Tonight. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate this, brother man. Alrighty, if you all can hear me clearly and you're ready for these readings tonight, go ahead and drop me the sunflower emoji so I know that you are ready for Tarot Tuesday. We'll get started with Aries in just a moment. Grateful for a hard-working being recognized today. Heck yeah. Hey, thanks, DP. Appreciate that. Just picked it up. Grateful for the energy I'm in at this moment, in this time. Cheers indeed. Gratitude all around. I see sunflowers. We're focused. We're flowing. Right now we are reading for all 12 houses. We're beginning first up with house number 1, wherever you have this in your natal chart. If you don't know your natal chart, I highly recommend you start exploring that. Remembering your signs, where they are, to the best of your ability. It's like a cosmic birth certificate. It's pretty awesome. House number 1 is the ruling house of Aries. Aries is ruled by the planet of Mars. Let's do this today. Beginning. Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, wherever you may have a Mars placement. The message for house number 1. We shuffle the cards, we cut the energy, we clear the deck. We're playing with the Hermetic Tarot today, as well as the Goddess Power Oracle. And as we shuffle these cards, we invite in all of our guides, all of our guardians, angels and aliens, ancestors of well-being watching over us and encouraging us to continue to show up, share our gifts, surrender unto this present moment. What a gift it is to be here today. Super stoked to get started. For Aries, let's get right to it for the collective. Solid. Solid, solid. First we have the King of Wands here. Reverse. Prince of the Chariots of Fire for Aries. We also have the Ace of Cups here. Lord of the Roots of the Powers of Water. The Ace of Cups. And the Three of Cups here. Lord of Abundance and the Root. We also have the Goddess Hecate for the collective, for house number 1, here to you today. The Goddess of the In-Between, the Keeper of the Keys. Yes, these are collective readings. Currently we are starting with Tarot Tuesday, and we are on house number 1. Right off the bat, we got a pretty solid spread off the table. King of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups in the root, reminding us the importance of that which keeps us stoked for life. Like, I'm getting a lot of inner child healing of like not having a concern in the world and allowing oneself to be silly without any care about how others might perceive how you are feeling yourself, basically, because you're doing it so harmlessly. Right here with the King of Wands, I'm getting like this very bright, expressive energy alongside this Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups, Lord of Abundance. It's just like overflowing your light, expressing your water. It's just like pouring through every pore of your person. Right now we're in this in-between state of like transferring this to be our base frequency, like with this being the first reading of the evening, house number 1. This is like the appetizer to the meal. Like, we're just getting started, and it's like already off to an amazing start. Like, just reminding us, I'm getting this epic shift in the collective energy and just like feeling very refreshed in one's own personal life and how one can continue to integrate all the lessons that one has been learning throughout this intense Scorpio season thus far. And like, as we just completed the new moon yesterday, we still have some of that energy in the air of planting these seeds that we want to continue to take root within our reality. So continuing to focus our energies and our waters and our mind, the fire within, and our stoke for life, prioritizing to the best of our ability to exercise and align with these aspects of our experience ultimately, especially right now in this in-between state as we are shifting from fall into winter. Now it's time to allow ourselves to get in order so that we have a graceful transition from the one climate to the next, from fall to winter, and just as we continue to reach the depths of the winter. Yeah, but also I'm feeling very stoked for Aries overall with house number 1, with King of Wands being in reverse. Perhaps this is allowing oneself to tap deeper into one's imagination, like the imagination of one's youth as a individual, to explore and experience greater depths of their life. Yeah, finding more abundance throughout any physical form, but more so integrating into this high frequency of abundance and this becoming the base reality. Yeah, pretty just stoked for life right off the bat. Really good cards for Aries. Super stoked to share this message with you today. Yeah, flowing. And we're going to keep, I think, flowing forward with this. I think this is extremely confirming and just reminding oneself to just stay focused on the little things, prioritizing self-care, and reminding ourselves that emotions are a choice, especially joy, and the capacity to sit with our challenging emotions rather than reacting to them, and then choosing to navigate from a space of greater level of consciousness and awareness, so that we're not creating from a space of charged emotion, but more so creating from a space of pure, inspired, grounded emotion. So that's a great reading to start with this evening. I'm stoked, Aries, to keep it flowing. What's good, Amanda Lynn? It's been ages. Hi, Andy. Good to see you this evening. Welcome in, everybody. Greetings. We are currently doing Tarot Tuesday, and we are flowing forward with Aries, I appreciate you. Aries, house number 1 tonight. Stoked and ready to keep flowing. We're going to move to house number 2, right around the corner. Taurus, sun, moon, ascendants. House number 2 is all about our values, earthly embodiment, and the expression of such. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, the time shift. As I move across the country, it makes sense. All is well. All is well. I think we're going to start doing some earlier live streams here and there, so perhaps you'll be able to jump in when we do so. Right now, as you see, we are doing Tarot Tuesday. House number 2 is Taurus, ruled by Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. This is about our values, that it is that we wish to hold near and dear to our core. Any messages for the collective? You have Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant in their chart. Wherever you have house number 2 placements, wherever you have a Venus placement, perhaps this message will apply for you today. So if you're stoked for y'all, the collective, and everybody here, all my legends in the house, it's going to be here tonight. We are flowing, we are focused. House number 2 today. We draw 2 from the top of the deck. Flip the deck upside down and show the root. And a goddess for you. First, we have the Knight of Pentacles here for Taurus, Lord of the wild and fertile lands. Knight of Pentacles. We have the Princess of Pentacles in reverse alongside him. Princess of the Echoing Hills. And in the root, we have 7 of Cups here, Lord of illusory success. And here we have the goddess, Yuki-onna, the goddess of stillness here. Honestly, I see these cards as a breath of fresh air, reminding me the importance of stillness and the importance of slowing down. In a world that's constantly on the go, where it's challenging to slow down and do nothing, allowing oneself to disassociate, disconnect, and decompress from the illusions of success that are projected upon us in this reality, so that we can stay grounded within our own right, within our own psyche. I saw this meme earlier today, and it was like a little kid dressed as a chef getting their parent out of bed. They're like, "What do you want for breakfast? What do you want for food today? I'll make you anything you want all day." And the parent's like, "Anything I want? What would you make me?" And the kid, they're like, "Yeah, of course." And the parent said, "I would like some peace and quiet." And the kid said, "Peace and quiet? We don't have any of that." I found that hysterical, because like in a world that is constantly on the go, sometimes some peace and quiet is like one of the most rejuvenating and nourishing and nurturing experiences that one can dive into. That's where I'm being reminded with the goddess here, Yuki-onna, the goddess of stillness, and how the sound of nature is so beautiful. It's really top of the top. And it's so important that we allow ourselves time and space to disconnect from this synthetic society every once in a while, so that we can refresh and return to the sound within. Because I don't think that silence is really that scary, and also we don't really hear silence that often in nature, because there's always sounds of nature, typically, if things are happening healthily and organically. And so this is where I'm getting the realization and the comfort of redefining success for oneself, what that looks like and what that feels like. With the Lord of illusory success in the reverse, the Princess of Pentacles also in the reverse, you get to become the embodiment of success by staying wild, by staying fertile, by staying true to your own personal will and yearning to experience this life ultimately. And a big part of that is moving with stillness, and this is confidence and composure, stillness within, as well as stillness without. We cultivate a space of stillness within by sitting in stillness. Though also as we're navigating throughout the day, we can move with stillness even as we're moving. If we're staying focused and in the flow, we're staying grounded, we're regulated in our body and our emotions. It ain't easy, though it's a consistent practice. And this is like what is being reminded of us right now on a collective level. The importance of cultivating this internal stillness, so that we can then apply that to the world around us. And simply sitting by a little stream, or out in nature listening to the wind whip through the trees, or even playing with your young ones and hearing them laugh, like the joy of life, laughing silly with your friends and the people who you love, the sound of utensils shuffling on a meal that was deliciously enjoyed. Just things, little things about life. When we slow down and we listen, we can appreciate it all. But particularly getting out with nature is so good for us. Love the sound of the wind in the leaves. Thanks, Taurus. What a cute reading. That was super vibey out here this evening. We're going to keep this energy moving to house number 3, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, where we have a Mercury placement. Gemini is the house of communication. If Taurus is the house of values, Gemini is how you express this with your words. Gemini is also the beginnings of mental energy, the mind, and the thoughts. Any messages, any clarity, direction, signs, or synchronicities for the collective? House number 3 this evening. Let's do this. Indeed. We cut it. We clear it. We let it rest. Draw 2 from the top of the deck. I like it. Nice synchronicity off the start. Fantastic. Let's do this. First, we are reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and we have the Gemini Sun card here. 10 of Swords, Lord of Ruin. Solid synchronicity just to begin. We also have Libra here. Daughter of the Lord of the Truth, the Justice card. And we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Lord of Valor. And the goddess, Hera. Here in reverse, the queen of the Greek mythology, the goddess of alliances, the wife of Zeus, reminding us the importance of doing it with our crew. See, with the Lord of Ruin here, 10 of Swords, Gemini, reading this energy that there's a lot of justice being balanced out to the equation. Things are reaching the other opposite end of the pendulum. The pendulum is the word I'm looking for. 7 of Wands, Lord of Valor here, is reminding us the importance of how justice will reign supreme ultimately, and there's no need to worry. How worry is the waste of the imagination, and really the only thing we can do is control our focus and where we are, placing our mental energy, our Gemini mind, our Sun at this moment in time. Ultimately, we're the only things that can get in our own way, and if we are willing to stand up against anything that is stepping in our line of sight, then we have the capacity to alchemize any energies, any obstacles, any patterns, programs, projections, perceptions, any ways of being that are no longer in alignment with who we are becoming. This is where it's learning how to work with an alliance with life itself, recognizing how life itself can be your greatest ally. Yes, indeed, because we are here to build alliances. We're here to build the dream team. Ultimately, it's so important that we learn how to ground into this way of reality, and that begins with befriending life itself, rather than taking on these victim mentalities of woe is me and why is this happening to me. Learning how to dissolve the illusion of separation and instead entertaining oneself. Okay, maybe it's silly for me to maybe this person is having an outburst on the public transit. I'm on the bus and there's a random person on the bus taking an outburst and they're, screaming for no reason at the top of their lungs. Is this a direct reflection of me? If everything is a reflection, does that mean I am this person having an outburst on the bus? that's a lot of things to think about. Ultimately, we don't have to get that minute with it, but it's important to not take things too personally, to be like, whoa, well, this person is me, like I am responsible for their actions. Like, no, because we're the only ones responsible for our own actions at the end of the day. And ultimately as well, we can see this life as a reflection, to be like, okay, well, where within me is like feeling like this bottled up sensation that needs to release, or where is there a part of myself that is also transforming this energy that could be seen as rage into something that is much more reverential, or respectable, shall we say. Just channeling, rambling, but reminding the importance of reflecting and recognizing how everything is mental, and where we place our mind, our perspective, this will alter our entire experience. And if we stay focused on ruining things that are attempting to ruin us and our flow, then we will maintain our seat as the creators of our reality and continue to stay here in the seat of the witness, maintaining the frequency of valor that it is that we are here to do, ultimately. Alrighty. That was just a solid ramble. It's good to see you, my dudes. Salutations and welcome to the room. We are currently reading for all 12 houses. There are plenty of fake accounts out there, so do not let it get the best of you. I promise you that we are the only account, and I'll never try to slide into your DMs and try to sell you a reading. So if anybody tries to do that, they're a fake account. You can block them, you can ignore them, you can report them, you can do what you need to, but I promise you it ain't me. Nothing is real at the end of the day. And we're going to keep flowing with house number 4, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Greetings and salutations. We're here for the vibes. Any messages for the collective tonight? Cancer is the ruler of the moon. So if you got a Cancer moon, that's double house number 4 energy for you. Hey, thanks, Gary. I appreciate you, champ. What can I say? Trying it out. I was like, this looks like a cute shirt. I think I'm going to try it on. House number 4 is the ruler of the home within and all around thee. It's about connection and building this frequency of familiarity, familia, family. We cut the deck, we clear it, we let it rest for Cancer tonight. House number 4. We are currently using the Hermetic Tarot, as well as the Goddess Power Oracle. Goddess Power Oracle. Yes, indeed. They're ready. Solid. Awesome cards to begin tonight. First here we have the Empress for house number 4. The Empress. Daughter of the mighty ones. Two of Wands here. Lord of Dominion. And the Five of Swords here in reverse in the root. Lord of Defeat. And here, the goddess for house number 4 today, we have Bronwyn, the goddess of forgiveness. The Two of Wands being the only card that's right side up. I'm getting this energy, the Lord of Dominion, being that this is a very strong power up, claiming of oneself, claiming of one's spirit, one's magic, one's personal presence on this place that we call planet Earth. Yes, with the Empress here in reverse, and the Lord of Defeat here, reverse in the root, I'm seeing that you've reached a point of no return where nothing can defeat you any longer. Those things that once used to hold you back, once to get you down, that once would steal your dominion away from you, that would convince you to step into that mode of victimhood, no longer has that power over you, and now you are able to defeat that which is defeating you. And right now you're here to continue to train your capacities and your abilities of becoming the Empress that you are, step deeper into yourself and what that feels like and looks like to you. It does not matter how anybody else perceives it, but what that means to you is how you then claim your dominion because you're the creator of your reality ultimately, and you deserve to feel that in every cell of your body. And that means forgiving yourself for not recognizing or feeling worthy. That also means forgiving those around you who've attempted to send nonsense into your space, but also forgiving yourself for allowing yourself to entertain that nonsense that was thrown into your space, because forgiveness is crucial in order to move forward. It's also an important part of the boundaries that we now create for ourselves, so we're not allowing ourselves to entertain specific energies that are no longer in resonance with the person who we are becoming, the empress of our reality. Because you deserve the best and nothing less. You deserve the best and nothing less. If it's not empress energy, then why is it in your field? What is it here to teach you? Why are you entertaining it? Is it bringing you down, or is it supporting you? Is it complimenting you? Is it encouraging you? Or is it creating toxicity? And that's like important for you to sit with and ask, okay, is this training me? Is this me just adding on weight so that I can strengthen myself, so I can train? Or is this actually something that is attempting to defeat me? And ultimately, I'm getting this power up energy indeed, champ. Absolutely. Just like gains on gains. Like you're able to look in the mirror and see the transformation in real time. When you look into the mirror, can you put on a lens of Empress? If you were an Empress, how would you look at yourself in the mirror? I'm getting mirror work energy of like learning how to see yourself as an Empress that you are, and allowing yourself to accept that and how epic that is, and learning how to just ground into it, let that become the base frequency of your reality. So it's nothing fancy, it's NBD, it just is what it is. There's no need to show off, there's no need to impress anybody, there's no need to seek validation. It just is grounding into that Empress energy. But it's going to take a second to get to that level of conviction because it's new. So as you allow yourself to just continue to ground into it and show up on a consistent basis, this is how you will then allow this to become your base frequency of beingness, ultimately. Yes, the Empress, indeed. Thank you dearly. House number 4 this evening. What an epic reading. We're going to keep this energy flowing to house number 5. Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Leo, placements, wherever you may have the 5th house in your chart. 5th house is also ruled by the Sun, so if you have a Leo Sun, that is double 5th house energy for you. 5th house is the ego. 5th house is the expression, romance, and desire. For all my big cats out there, Leo Sun, Venus, Moon, wherever you may have Leo placement for you. Great reading for the 4th house indeed. Heck yeah, Winona. Good to see you, Mama Wolf. Cheers. Cheers indeed. Alrighty. For my Leo friends today. Strong message on the table. Right off the bat, we have the Ace of Wands here. Lord of the roots of the powers of fire. Ace of Wands. We also have the Princess of Cups here. Princess of the Palace of Floods. And the 3 of Wands here. In the root. Lord of established strength. We have Rhea here. The goddess of the flow. For Leo. House number 5. Strong message on the table for you, my friends, today. I'm receiving nothing but compliments with the Lord of Established Strength alongside the Ace of Wands here. It's getting this like super reclamation of one's power, but also with the ability to listen to one's intuition, listening to one's emotions, listening to one's feelings, the water within, to be the guide of how to utilize one's fire, one's magic. Wolf, flow, mirror. We're just out here, super strong, super clear image. May you continue to stay focused with your light, to continue to shine on to that what it is that you wish to bring your fire and your imagination to. I'm getting this strong manifestation energy with house number 5 being the house of desires, that what it is that you wish to experience, that what it is that you wish to call into your reality. Your imagination is the only capacity that creates a limit for yourself. So you can be boundless with your expression and your realization of your dreams, ultimately, that it is that you wish to take seed, and then how you can then nurture those seeds into your reality. For it takes great strength to wield this flame, to establish your capacities to practice your magic, though ultimately I'm seeing that you're flowing with all the challenges, the trials, and the tribulations that may be presented to you, but you're not allowing them to thwart you or get the best of you. Ultimately, may you continue to listen to the water within your emotions, because your emotions are your guides to point you to that what it is that you wish to experience within this life. Obviously, the more negative emotions like shame, guilt, fear, doubt, worry, anger, frustration, to feel trapped, these emotions obviously point you in spaces like, places I don't really want to be, things I really don't want to do, and then feelings that make you feel joyous and humorous and excited for life, ecstatic, in the flow, present, grateful, grounded, centered. These sorts of spaces and interactions and ways of being, these sorts of foods, these sorts of places, these energies that inspire these emotions are your guiding light to what it is that you wish to continue to cultivate within your life. May you continue to flow your energies to these spaces of high frequency caliber rather than just settling because that's all you know. When you know better, you do better. And I feel that everybody is always doing the best with what they got. The more we can bring consciousness and awareness to this process, the more better it becomes, and then it anchors into that reality so that this becomes our base way of being this. Transformation takes time, and house number 5 are really just getting this energy of the wand is in your hands, and you can allow yourself to really do whatever you want. Don't let the need for logic or reason or a how get in the way of your manifestations or what it is that you wish to take shape within your reality. Just channeling, nothing fancy. We're going to keep it flowing. Thanks, house number 5. I appreciate you this evening. Super solid. Let's do it. Up next, we have house number 6. For my Virg bros, my Virg babes, all my Virgos in the house today. Sun, moon, ascendants. House number 6. This is all about the work. If house number 5 is about the manifestation, the desire, Virgo is the work, that which is required to obtain that obtain that desire, that what it is that you wish to experience within your reality. Yes. Virgo, representative of Mother Earth, sustainability, the energies needed to sustain the frequencies that it is that you wish to cultivate. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the body language of the chart and how the body speaks. Earth, how she speaks. Virgo, any messages for the collective today? Let us see. House number 6. Virgolicious, out here for you. We cut it. We clear it. We let it rest. Solid. Solid, solid. All of these cups, all these cards in reverse on the table. First, we have the 7 of Cups here for Virgo. For Virgo tonight. Lord of illusory success. 7 of Cups. We also have the 6 of Swords here in reverse. Lord of earned success. All of the cards on the table in reverse. Princess of Wands here for Virgo. Princess of the Shining Flame. And Kuan Yin here, the goddess of compassion for house number 6 today. For all my Virgilies out there, I'm seeing a clear message on the process and the practice of divine discernment, learning how to define what success feels like in our bodies. And to me these days, how I'm learning how to define success, it's that which makes me feel the most alive, that where I can feel my most self, my authentic expression, without any concern about how I'm perceived or how others might be feeling based on the way I'm showing up in this world, if it has nothing to do with them actually. With the Lord of illusory success alongside the Lord of earned success, I'm receiving this energy of like, okay, learning the difference between illusory success, so you can choose that success that it is that you wish to earn, that you want to cultivate. With the Princess of Wands right here in reverse, house number 6, I'm seeing that that's where I'm getting is the work to learn the practice of divine discernment, so they're not having to settle for the illusions of success, so we don't have to compromise our integrity or our values to settle for complacency or the illusion of security or comfort. With the Princess of Wands here, I'm getting this energy of you're just now stepping into this awareness, you're just now stepping into this light, this fire, this recognition, like, oh wow, like, yeah, okay, maybe I could have used a little bit more trust and faith in that decision-making process in the past. However, it's important to show compassion for oneself, because we only do what we know how to the best of our ability, and it's so important to not beat our younger selves up for the decisions that they make, because they're always doing the best with what they got. So instead, we just work through our decisions, and then we continue to learn our lessons so that we don't make decisions like such again, so we continue to avoid and minimize the mistakes along the way. But as long as we are learning, they are not mistakes ultimately, because as long as we are gaining from the experience, we have a fresh perspective and awareness and way of approaching this reality that we can now apply because of that experience. So this is where it's so important to even see the illusory successes as some realm of earning success, just by the practice of alchemy and perception, and recognizing, okay, maybe this thing actually wasn't for me, however I did learn now what is better for me and what is not for me, and how I can continue to show up in this reality and fine tune, because that's really what this life is all about at the end of the day. It's just fine tuning to become more and more closer to the truth. Can we actually actualize the truth? I'm not entirely sure, though. I think that that's really what this life is all about, learning how to do so. Words can only do so much, and so can the cards. It's really about learning how to live one's truth. And this is what earned success is to me. And this is the big work that we are learning how to do. Lifelong journey. Because we're always changing, we're always evolving, we're always becoming, we're always realizing more of ourselves. Cheers. That was a fun one. Appreciate you, Virgo. What a beautiful, beautiful reading, indeed. And we keep it flowing. House number 7. House number 7 for you tonight. Next, we have a reading for all my Libras in the house. Sun, Moon, Ascendants, wherever you have house number 7, wherever you have a Venus placement. House number 7 is also the ruler of Venus. If Virgo is the work, if Leo is the romance and the desire, Libra, house number 7, is the relationship, the connection, the balance, the conversation between two. Whether it be friendship, relationship, familial, business, more lighter level interactions for Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. House number 7. Let's do this. The balance. We cut it, clear it, and we let it rest. Yes, it could apply to Moon and Libra. Absolutely. Solid. All the tarot cards are in reverse. The only card right side up is the goddess tonight for house number 7. We have Hestia, the goddess of the home. We also have the Empress here, daughter of the mighty ones, making another return. And the Four of Pentacles here, Lord of earthly power. Knight of Swords, reverse in the root. Lord of the winds and the breezes. I'm very much getting this energy of how it's essential and important for us to prioritize connections and content and consumption that is beneficial and builds us up rather than tears us down, essentially, that is degrading or distracting, disorienting. So with Hestia, the goddess of the home here, I'm getting this energy of how the body is a temple. In Libra, developing a deeper relationship with the body as the home for the soul. How the body is our vessel that holds our soul, and we, the soul, the emperor, the empress of the vessel, have the capacity to ground into our soul's power in earth, to embody our psychic capabilities. And this is where we learn how to wield the magic of the mind to work in our favor, and that really does begin with creating home within our person, creating home within our skin, learning how to recognize our body as our empire, and we, the emperor, the empress, the one who gets to create domain over that empire, have the opportunity to choose what it is that we say, what it is that we do, where are we giving our energy to, the people that we're spending our time with, the videos that we're watching, the food that we're eating, the spaces that we entertain on a consistent basis. Are these spaces beneficial to my utmost health and well-being? And if they're not, how can I start to make the steps out of them so I can then create space from them, so that I can then step into places that are going to be in alignment and beneficial to my utmost health and well-being, whether it be mental health, physical health, financial health, social health. Did I say spiritual health already? Emotional health, yeah, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, social, all realms of existence, and how essential it is for us to feel at home wherever we go to the best of our ability. Though ultimately it's learning how to recognize ourselves as the empress of our reality, seeing ourselves as such, and not allowing ourselves to be treated by anything less, learning how to maintain our domain, our power, staying grounded where we are in this now. And it's not meaning to show off, it's not needing validation, it's not needing to go outside of oneself to be recognized by somebody else. It's just being oneself and recognizing within oneself, this is what I deserve, this is what I require, and I'm going to not settle for anything less. It ain't easy, though it's essential, and there's a way of going about that process while being extremely gentile, humble, honorable. It's not what you do, it's how you do it, and you can be a very powerful person and be very quiet at the same time and not need any validation. In fact, I feel like the most powerful and content individuals need nothing from nobody, and that's where it's very important to learn how to be the source within ourselves, connect to that energy within ourselves so we can learn how to take the necessary steps and actions to cultivate the life that it is that we wish to live. And if we are experiencing blockages, whether they be in experiences or containers, relationships, interactions, places that we go, that we frequent, that are just no longer in resonance, it's important that we take the radical responsibility of like, okay, why am I still entertaining this path? It is important for me to take a step back from this. This is what life is all about. House number 7, we find our balance one way or another. Thank you, Libra. Appreciate you. I'm just out here rambling, sharing the cards today. We're going to keep this energy moving for house number 7. Up next, we have house number 8. Scorpio. Sun, moon, ascendance, focus, flowing for you. Did you get any of that? House number 8. Ruled by the planet of Pluto. House number 8 is the house of transformation, death, and marriage, the depths and the darkness and the shadow for you tonight. Currently, we are still in Scorpio season, house number 8, so happy birthday to all my Scorpio babes. All y'all out there celebrating a solar return this calendar. Let's see what the cards have to say for you today. Scorpio. Sun. Moon. These cards are jumping out for you. Birthday. We cut it. We clear it. We let it rest. 2 extra. Longest ever Scorpio season. I feel like it's going through waves. Like some parts are going real slow and some parts are going super quick. It's definitely a wild one, that's for sure. Most activity I ever experienced. Last Scorpio season was also pretty lit, but it was not as expressive. Fantastic. House number 8 for you today. We got some solid cards on the table. Let's get right to it. We have the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse. Lord of the forces of life. I'm enjoying myself. This has been the most articulate Scorpio season thus far. We have the King of Pentacles here. Prince of the Chariots of Earth. Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles, Justice here in the root. Daughter of the Lord of Truth. We have the 7 of Swords here in reverse for house number 8. Jumps in while we're shuffling, Lord of Unstable Effort. And the 2 of Wands jumps in while we're shuffling as well, Lord of Dominion. Scorpio friends. The goddess here we have Iris, the goddess of rainbows, the goddess of communication. Fantastic. Scorpio, this evening, it seems that you're making some choices. If you're not already, you're being encouraged to make some choices. See, with the only cards that are right side up in the tarot, the Justice card and the 2 of Wands, Lord of Dominion, for the collective 8th house, Scorpio, the Justice card, alongside the Lord of Dominion, which was an extra card that jumped in while we were shuffling, the only cards right side up, with the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords, Lord of Unstable Effort, being in reverse. My question for you, how have you been creating instability for yourself? The unstable efforts, where have you been getting your own way? Where you've been funking up that flow of the good fortune? Where have you been creating bumps on your wheels, on the track? And how can you continue to stay on track to cut through these patterns and ways of unstable efforts that which you know you're done with doing, because we are so past self-destructive ways of living, and we are here to step into our dominion, our divinity. We are here to bring justice to our soul's expression, embodiment, and capacity. It's important that we recognize that life is one great conversation, and we are always in communication with the universe, with ourselves, And the more that we can bring consciousness and clarity and intention to our capacity to communicate with ourselves, this is how we can then become clear in the construction of the conversation that we call life. Yes, life is one great conversation. How are you talking? Because whether you recognize it or not, we're always speaking. You don't have to use words to speak. Your energy is always emitting, and it's always receiving unless you're closed off. And that is also able to be felt in energetic communication. And this is where it's so important to be mindful of one's energy. What energy am I giving off? What energy am I taking in? How can I be more intentional and clear with the energy that I am communicating, so it's in alignment with my highest, with my greatness, with my divinity, so that it is not in alignment with a way that is unstable in its efforts, but it's a way that is grounded, rooted in the frequency of success, of fortune, of my dominion, of my divinity. Just words. It's just words. It's just English. Try saying that 5 times fast. King of Pentacles reminding us the importance of becoming the embodiment of this. The embodiment of this conversation, because we're always having conversation with life, and it's so important that we be mindful of our conversation with life. How can our conversation be constructive and supportive and harmonious rather than superfluous or distracting or distasteful? Just things I ask myself. Thanks, house number 8. That was a solid spread on the table. What a beautiful, beautiful reminder of this importance. You are the only thing in your way. The song by Cloud Cult comes to mind. You are the only thing in your way. Very beautiful track if you want to hear something that goes along with the message of that reading. We keep the energy moving to house number 9 tonight. House number 9 is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the house of divine guidance and wisdom. The information of the heavens through the crown chakra. House number 9 is ruled by the planet of Jupiter, the planet of expansion, planet of growth, the king of the Roman gods. House number 9, Sagittarius. For you tonight, these cards, they are jumping out my hands. You get an extra card, Sagittarius. We're shuffling. Solid. Here we have the 6 of Swords. Lord of earned success. Right side up for Sagittarius tonight. Welcome in, everybody. Greetings and salutations. We are currently reading for the collective Tarot Tuesday. We are currently on house number 9. Taurus is house number 2. You can check out the recording of this on my YouTube tomorrow if you want to go subscribe over there. Right now, we got the Knight of Swords here, Lord of the Winds and the Breezes. We have the Moon card for house number 9 right now. Ruler of the Flux and the Reflux. And the Fool, the spirit of the ether, jumps in while we're shuffling. Rigid, the goddess of the creative spark, here for you. Sagittarius, I'm getting a very beautiful message on the table for you with the Knight of Swords and the 6 of Swords. Seeing how things are working in your favor. You've been strengthening your skills, your gifts, your training, your abilities, so that you can continue to do exactly what you came here to do, listen to the divine wisdom, and be here as a cosmic conduit of the divinity so that this truth can move through you. Ultimately, with the moon here in reverse in the root, being reminded of the importance of that this is the basis of the connection, to never lose sight of one's connection with the light within one's heart. With the Fool also in reverse in the draw, I'm being reminded of the story of holes. And the story of Stanley Yelnats, the original one, and how he made a deal with the Oracle woman, Madame Zeroni, where he mentioned that he would carry the pig up the mountain, and then he would sing her the song. He would carry the pig up the mountain and sing it the song and let it drink from the water, and then he would carry Madame Zeroni up the mountain too, and then he would let her drink the water. But because he left for America before allowing Madame Zeroni to drink the water, his family got cursed. And this is where I'm getting this energy of how important it is to not forget about the original things that got us to where we are in the first place. Like, Stanley Yelnats would not have been able to leave for America or he wouldn't be as strong as he was had it not been for Madame Zeroni in the first place, had she not give him that pig. And so they could have easily avoided all of that karmic unnecessary baggage and drama because Stanley wouldn't have been cursed. However, karma comes around eventually. So thank goodness Stanley and Zero were able to make their way up the mountains. And Stanley was able to teach Zorro how to read, and they were able to create some sploosh. And then Stanley carried Zero up the mountain, and he helped him drink from the water, and he sang him the song, if only the woodpecker sighs, the bark on the tree was as soft as the sky, the wolf howls below, hungry and lonely, he cries to the moon, if only, if only. And then it starts raining over Camp Green Lake, and they earn their success. It all comes around eventually, and the onions are really good for protecting you from the yellow spotted lizards. So it's important that you work with what you got and you are creative so you can earn that success and you can listen to your intuition and your soul within, because that is what got you here in the first place. And even when we have made our way all the way to the seat of the world, we start at the fool, and even if we've made our way to the throne of the emperor, we don't ever want to forget the days where we were the fool, and how it's so important to let that fool stay alive to some degree. He might not be ruling the empire, but now at least he is matured and evolved, and this is such a pure state of beingness. So Sagittarius, don't forget where you came from. Bottom line. I feel like that was just a very dramatic moment. I've been feeling very dramatic this entire live stream, enjoying these readings. Super nerdy out here with the wisdom. Just had to drop the holes reference because it was important and cinematic. One of the best book to movie adaptations there is, honestly. That book is awesome, but the movie is also awesome. That movie turned like 20 years this year. I like being silly. Being a part of life is to be silly. Though, I don't mean it in a degrading fashion. I see you, Ilana, though. I appreciate you. We're going to flow forward. To the stage. Capricorn, house number 10. So Sagittarius is the script of this play. Capricorn is the stage. Aquarius is the actors as well as the audience, I want to say. And Pisces is just the world in which the play exists. Like the world outside of the theater. And all the behind the scenes stuff. Right now we're on Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Ascendants, house number 10, ruled by Saturn. This is the foundation. This is the consistency. This is divine masculine energy. This is the capacity to continue to sustain and devote and discipline and follow God's law and orders. House number 10, Capricorn for you today. Let me see them eyes. She wants to be seen today. She wants to be seen today. All right, Capricorn. What is awesome reading? We have the 3 of Pentacles here. Lord of material work. 3 of Pentacles. We have the Empress once again. Daughter of the mighty ones. Right side up. Temperance here. Daughter of the reconcilers. Also right side up in the root. And the goddess for you is Yukiona, once more making another appearance tonight, the goddess of stillness. Capricorn, how would you navigate this reality if everything was already laid out for you? If you knew that you couldn't make a mistake, all you did was have to walk into place. All you would have to do is fill your role. The floor, the foundation is already created, is already built. Your throne is there, you just need to sit down. The real work is just accepting the fact that the work is already done and that you don't have to work. The real work is just softening and surrendering and leaning into temperance. Knowing that there's only so much one can do, stress, worry, doubts are not going to help you. So if you are feeling those things, the real work is making peace with those experiences so that you can reclaim your power and not allow those triggers to steal away your presence, your purpose, and your power. Ultimately learning how to sit with that which is getting under our skin so that we can remove it, and then learn how to stay grounded and rooted in the seat of the witness, the observer of our reality, so we can continue to navigate from this conscious space to the best of our ability, aligning our actions with our intentions. It's necessary. This is the path of mindfulness, and this is what it means to be an empress, an emperor. This is what it means to move with temperance. I'm definitely getting this energy that it's already created, though. So the real challenge is learning how to lean into the stillness, learning how to slow down and surrender, recognizing that none of this is even real. So why am I taking this shit so seriously in the first place? How can I do what is necessary of me to take care of those things that I want to take care of? And how can I continue to let go of all my worries, my doubts, and my fear that is getting in the way of me just softening and surrendering into this reality, into the stillness? Yeah. This is law of assumption energy. This is healthy amount of delusion energy of like not allowing the physical form to steal your shine. Learning how to witness those emotions in real time, and instead of letting them get the best of one, choosing to rewire one's patterning to step deeper into a fresh way of experiencing reality. I'm watching Dragon Ball Z right now, and a young Gohan is only 5 years old, and he's forced into a life or death situation, and he is crying tears because he's afraid, but that's ultimately potentially distracting to the entire well-being of the planet. So sometimes it's okay to cry, and sometimes the entire health and well-being of every person on the planet is on our shoulders, and we can't cry at that moment in time. okay, maybe not that intense, because I don't know if you're living Dragon Ball Z life, but ultimately, like, if it takes that level of like pressure for oneself, it's so important to allow oneself to recognize when it's appropriate to cry, when it's appropriate to not cry, basically. But yeah, we're all growing, we're all learning, and it's important that we're easy on ourselves, because temperance is the necessary ingredient to the evolution of the Empress. Temperance is the necessary ingredient to the evolution of the Empress. You cannot pull her out of her comfort zone. She'll grow out in her own time. Alright. Yeah, how did I end up here? What a wild ride it was indeed. We just completed a reading for house number 10 tonight, just out here on some I'm getting just rings energy, just like on the rings of the universe. Just holding on for dear life. Having fun out here in the cosmos, talking about these cards. Sharing the truth in Capricorn and how we can step into our roles as the dream reality. The vision and the firmament and the stillness, learning how to show up and surrender. Learning how to get out of our own way. Learning how to ground and practice the organic unfolding that has already played out before our very eyes. Thanks, Capricorn. Solid message tonight. Keep this flowing for house number 11. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. Wherever you may have Aquarius in your chart, house number 11 is ruled by Uranus. Hugging trees is always a beautiful thing to do. Right now, we are reading for house number 11, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. For you tonight. We're focused. We're flowing. We're here for this. We're going to cut the deck. We're going to clear it. We're going to let it rest. Making another appearance. Solid. Aquarius, let's do this. 3 of Pentacles, again, for you tonight. Just was there in the Capricorn reading. We clearly shuffled the cards, but now we once more have the 3 of Pentacles, Lord of Material Work, in reverse for Aquarius now. We have the Ace of Swords, the Lord of the roots of the powers of air, the Ace of Swords. The Sun, this is directly building on the reading that we just did. Lord of the fire of the world, the sun and the root, and the goddess for you, Aphrodite, the goddess of romantic love, for house number 11, the house of the collective, the house of greater visions of life itself, the soul's mission and journey. So if Capricorn was the stage of the theater of the play, and Aquarius is the play itself, every individual has a role to play in this grand Leela that we call life. Everybody has a capacity and as work to do. Lord of Material Work being that your soul's mission, your dharma, your purpose for choosing to be in this reality in this moment in time. With the Ace of Swords here alongside the Sun, just reminding us the importance of prioritizing our connection to the soul within and all around thee, and how do we are to continue to shine our light unto this world, to wield our gifts and our capacities, that what it is that we came here to show up and show off unto this world. How can we play our part to the best of our ability? Even though I'm extra number 4, how can I be extra number 4 to the best of my ability? Even if I am supporting actress B, how can I be supporting actress B to the best of my ability? Even if I am light guy number 7, how can I be the best light guy number 7 there is on the roster? Even if I am the main character, how can I be the best version of myself as the main character? Because you're the main character of your life, ultimately. Nobody can take that away from you. And the more you show up and honor your role as the main character of your life, you step into your capacity of being the sun that you are, you honor your soul, and you shine unto all the expanses of this dark universe. This is how you dive deeper into your role as the creator of your reality. You ground into your truth. You share your light with the world. This is what the real work is all about. And you deserve a life that is based in this energy of Piscean romantic love. Romance as a life, as a way of beingness. Learning how to be in love with life itself. Not needing anybody to feel that. Maybe you felt being in love before, and that has been in a connection with somebody. Those interactions have shaped your entire reality. How can you start to cultivate an experience of being in love without attaching the necessity, requirement, or expectation of another person's accompaniment in your ability to ground into your way of life itself, of becoming the lover of life. And then when you can meet another person on this level, that's when the real love, I'm searching for some, starts to unfold. But when we find it first within ourselves and we cultivate that space within, then we can create that with another. But first, it begins with seeing yourself as the sun, the star of your life. I'm just out here in channel mode, y'all. I'm just flowing with these cards right now. We're just having fun. That's all this is. This is just some romantic love. For the joy of it, for the joy of life. Aquarius, sun, moon, ascendants. I love you so much. What an epic reading this evening. The real work is reminding us that we have a role to play, my friend. Don't you ever forget that. I'm just out here giving my monologues. We keep it flowing. We keep it flowing tonight. For house number 12, sun, moon, ascendants, Pisces. All my Pisces placements, wherever you may have Pisces in your chart tonight. Ruled by the planet of Neptune, Pisces, as I said, is the world outside of the theater. It's like the streets. It's like the pizza shop 2 doors down that isn't thinking about anything that's going on in the play because they're trying to get through the rush of that pizza shop. It's also the entire planet in which that pizza shop and that theater are living, and the cosmos beyond that space, time, and definition. Pisces is the thought that inspired that play and that theater in the first place, and the pizza shop. House number 12. Sun, moon, ascendants, ruler of the subconscious, the soul, the divine aspect of self that cannot be confined by definition. We cut the deck. We clear it. We let it rest. We're out here flowing, just being silly, having fun. What is going on right now? I don't even know. I'm like a human in a body playing with cards. House number 12. Pisces for you tonight. We draw 2 from the top of the deck. We flip the deck upside down to show the root. And a goddess for you. Outstanding, Pisces. Let's do this. First, we have the 5 of Cups here. 5 of Cups in reverse. Lord of loss and pleasure. Here. 9 of Wands. Lord of great strength, also in reverse. The only card right side up on the table today, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the root, Lord of the wild and fertile lands. And Demeter, the goddess of the harvest, the nurturer, here for the collective. House number 12 for you today. I feel like this is a very Piscean reading. For an unhealed, Pisces has the capacity very easily to get lost in the pleasure. Lord of loss and pleasure. It's really easy to get caught up in the dream realm. It's really easy to walk into a casino and not realize that 3 days have passed by because you've just been in the casino flow the entire time. And this is where it's so important to recognize, okay, am I going with a flow that is in a healthy alignment with my divinity and my destiny, or am I getting lost in my own sauce, in my own flow? Is this flow beneficial to the flow of the all, or is this flow just beneficial to my subconscious animalistic self? This is where it's so important that we reflect and we ascend our Piscean awareness to recognize how everything is interconnected and how we can continue to nurture ourselves as a means of nurturing the collective, and vice versa, nurturing the collective as a means of nurturing the self. It takes great strength, discipline, and ability to recognize ways in which we are leaning into our Lord of loss and pleasure way too easily, coping just for the sake of coping, getting lost in the sauce of junk food or scrolling or unhealthy relationship habits and experiences or self-deprecating thoughts, worries, doubts, fears. Like all of these things have the capacity to take us off of our path, to ruin. However, it takes great strength to choose to show up and surrender all of this density, all of this weight, and to still feel wild and fertile and free. It's ironic that it takes great strength to choose to be a good person, to choose the light, to choose joy and hope and grace and glory, to choose the capacity to be one's best self. These more divine characteristics and capacities. Naturally, this is what we lean to, that we're taught to settle for that which is easy and convenient. And this ultimately leads to complacency and disconnect and immense amounts of suffering, way too much comfort. This is where it's important to find the balance. This is where it's important to allow ourselves the intentional process of inviting pleasure into our life without allowing ourselves to get lost in it. This is where it's essential to practice our strengths without holding on too strong, being soft and strong like water. Yes, finding comfort in the chaos, finding composure and confidence in the chaos, learning how to stay in the center of the storm. It's all a part of the process. The more we can just continue to show up and be willing to return to the seat of the student, the more that we will then stay on track with the class that we call life. We're all here to learn something. We all have something to teach. Just are we willing to do that educational process, or are we just allowing ourselves to become complacent and stagnant and take shit for granted? Not me. That's not what we're here to do today. Moira Ora was asking if she would like to get a reading tonight. We are about to close out this reading for the Tarot Tuesday. Excuse me. Tarot Tuesday is the readings for all 12 houses. Yes, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. We just finished Pisces, and we are going to close this live stream so that we can save this recording and upload it to YouTube tomorrow. The recording will be up on the YouTube tomorrow. Yes, we will be back on in about 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. What's good, Ari? Good to see you, my friend. We'll be back on in a little bit. And then we will be doing personal readings. So if anybody wishes to receive a reading tonight, you can check us out in like 30 minutes or so. Yeah, we'll say 30 minutes. I'm going to snack and chill for a moment. Maybe watch an episode of Dragon Ball. Just ground. Maybe change my shirt. But that was awesome. I really like those readings. Very flowy. Very dramatic today. I like that. I was like in this like painting a picture with words. Seat, and that was very fun. So I think it was something about the shirt, indeed. Thank y'all. The recording will be up on the YouTube tomorrow, and you can check that out on my YouTube. You can go subscribe over there, and we'll be back in a little bit for personal readings tonight. So until then, much love to y'all. Godspeed. Blessings on blessings.